Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Mohammad Shaukat Ansari from your lovely channel Learn English with Shaukat Ansari. The teaching video I am going to present is associated with spoken English, and the topic is ways to disagree. I mean, how do you disagree through sentences in English? In your daily life situations, you encounter different contexts, and sometimes you have to disagree with your boss, with your teacher, or with your principal, or with your officer, and you have to express your disagreements through sentences. Here, I would like to explain agreeing means you accept, you approve, you assert, you acknowledge, you admit, you like, or you are interested in, or you are fond of. And disagreeing means you reject, you disapprove, you refuse, you don't assert, you don't acknowledge, you dislike, or you are not fond of, or you are not interested in. Therefore, in this lesson, I am going to talk about what you say when you disagree with someone. In your daily life, a lot of disagreements go on, a lot of disagreements take place. And in your disagreement, your body language and verbal language both involve, both are interlinked, and both make actions. For example, your body language must show when you are disagreeing with someone, maybe your boss, maybe your principal, maybe your friend, maybe your parent, maybe your teacher, maybe your officer. So when you disagree with him or her, your body language also works, also enforces your activities. But in my opinion, your body language must show that you are listening. You are a patient listener. At the same time, your smile must be there. Your eye contact must be engaging, and your action with your head or nodding must be enacted. Sometimes you have to lean forward in order to exhibit that you are listening or you are taking care of the person who is speaking to you. And at the same time, I must tell you here, at the same time you must stay open with your body. Sometimes what happens that you are listening to someone and you are going to disagree and you are folding your hands like this, or sometimes you are folding your hands like this, or sometimes you are folding your hands like this. No, you have to stay open. You have to keep your hands unfolded in normal way. Okay? All these, I mean, you have to show that you are listening. I mean, there must be a smile on your face. I mean, there must be your eye contact, engaging eye contact, captivating eye contact. Your actions with your head like this, nodding of your head, no, like this, Or sometimes you have to lean forward, yes, what you say. and you have to stay open with your body. All these altogether work in order to channelize the fact that you are really listening. Okay, you are going to disagree, but you are listening and you have grasped the ideas. So your body language must express all these things, must indicate and symbolize that you are listening. Then comes the rule of verbal language. In verbal language, you must show through your verbal language, through your sentences, through your selection of words, you must show that you fully understand. And you also need to express the message that you are going to disagree, but in polite way, in respectful way, in disciplined manner. So your politeness, your disciplined manner, your respectful way must act together. And while making disagreements with someone over any idea or any opinion or any proposal or any item of agenda, you have to adopt the ways to apologize or to acknowledge, like, I hear but, I am sorry but, I understand but still I disagree, or sorry but I disagree. Now it's clear to all of you that your body language, your verbal language, both must be enacted accordingly, and you have to be polite, you have to be smiling, you have to be respectful, you have to be disciplined. You are not going to hurt anyone when you disagree with them or with him. It is now clear that you ought to use diplomatic expressions, and meanwhile you don't make personal attack, don't use hostile or angry or aggressive language, don't offend anyone by using you always or you never. I would like to quote a sentence, you always tell a lie. Oh, it is going to hurt someone. You are never truthful. It is an act of aggression, hostile activity. So don't use such expressions, such phrases like you always or you are always or you are never or you never. Okay? Now, I have just told you that this is an exclusive session on spoken English, and the topic is ways to disagree. Here I would like to cite some sentences towards disagreeing. Sentence number 1, I don't think so. I don't think so. Next sentence you can use, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Next sentence, I'm not sure that's true. I'm not sure that's true. That's not true. That's not true. These sentences are coming on my back on the TV screen as well. You have to pause the video step by step, and you have to write down these sentences and memorize these sentences. And according to context, in terms with context, you have to use such sentences when disagreeing with someone, when disagreeing to some proposal or some opinion or some point. Next sentence you can use, you can apply, you can employ. You are wrong. You are wrong. Next, I don't feel the same way. I don't feel the same way. Next sentence, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. Next sentence, it's not for me. It's not for us. If you speak of a plural noun, it's not for us. And if you are talking about yourself, it's not for me. This point is not for me. This point is not suitable to me. Okay? Not adequate for me. Not proper for me. Like this you can use different expressions in order to express your disagreement. In order to elaborate, illuminate your disagreement with someone. Some more sentences of making disagreements. I'm not fond of learning music. I'm not fond of dancing. I'm not fond of learning how to dance. Dance. Next sentence, we are not of one mind. We are not of one mind. Next sentence, our thoughts are not matching. Our thoughts are not matching. Or our thoughts are not parallel. Our thoughts are not parallel. Beautiful sentence you can use. I'm not with you. I cannot subscribe to your viewpoint. I can't subscribe to your viewpoint. I'm not with you on this or on that point. Hey, I'm not with you on this or on that point. I differ with you. I disagree with you. Okay? Such sentences you can use. Some more sentences. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of it. I dislike it. I dislike it. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. It bores me to tears. My God, it bores me to tears. I guess you are not right. I guess you are not right. Okay? Some more sentences for your convenience, for your streamlining your spoken English. Sorry, I don't see it that way. Sorry, I don't see it this way. Sorry, I don't see it that way. Repeat with me these sentences. Sorry, I don't see it with me. Sorry, I don't see it that way. Sorry, I don't see it this way. Repeat with me. Sorry, I think in different way. Sorry, but I think in different way. Sorry, but I think in different way. A polite refusal. A polite disagreement. And this shows that you are a cultured person. Another sentence, another example in support. That's not always the case. That's not always the case. Next sentence, I understand your viewpoint, but I think it my way also. I understand your viewpoint, but I think it in my way also. I understand your viewpoint, but I think it in my way also. And a very beautiful expression, last but not least, let's agree to disagree. Very beautiful expression. Let's agree to disagree. My dear respected sir, let's agree to disagree. Some more sentences. That's a valid point, but I interpret it differently. It's also a polite expression, a polite sentence, a polite disagreement. Okay? And what should be your remarks? What should be your statement? That's a valid point, but I interpret it in different way. That's a valid point, but I interpret it in different way. That's a valid point, but I interpret it differently. Next sentence, next example of disagreement. Let's look at it in different perspective. Let's look at it in different